Hey, what's up, family? Hey, today I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna title this one "Fathers to Daughters." And the reason I wanted to do this video because obviously I have daughters, and a lot of us fathers we tend to make that typical, stereotypical mistake where if we had boys upon birth,
a higher standard.
Yeah, we do that, and I'm guilty of it. You know, when a lot of us men, if we have girls, we be like, oh yeah, I got a healthy girl, I got a girl, you know, I'm happy, but it's really not the same enthusiasm. Because if we have a boy, first thing in a typical man's mind is, oh man, I have me a little boy. I can't wait to throw the ball with him. I can't wait to catch the ball. Man, that's gonna be my man. Me and him gonna do all this together, bonding with.
Even in the gender reveals we've seen on Instagram, they be looking mad when it says girl. You know when they pop balloons, they say girl, they be mad.
Yeah, and that's
like,
being
why are you upset?
Yeah, like. And that's what a lot of us men we're guilty of. We won't admit it, but we're guilty of. We seem to have higher expectation and enthusiasm when we have a boy opposed to a girl. And like I said, I'm guilty of it too. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say this over and over in the video. Men out there, if you having girls, even when your daughters go through their menstrual cycle, take a page out of my book. When my daughters caught that menstrual cycle, I was prepared for it already. And what I did, I went out and bought them roses. And I had a healthy, mature conversation with them, explaining to them about their menstrual cycle. And that I never wanted y'all to count me out of y'all life when it comes to your menstrual cycle, like a lot of men do. They go, oh, you go talk to your mother about that. You know, hey, I don't want nothing to do with that. Yo, you on your period? Oh my gosh, go see your mother. Let me call your mother. Like the man can't interact with that. Fathers, make it your job to interact. Matter of fact, I remember when you first caught your menstrual, you had a game that day.
Yeah, I don't remember, but
yeah, you remember.
It was so long ago. That was like what, 10 years ago?
But you remember.
Yeah, I remember
right?
that.
And sure enough, I had ran to the car because I was already prepared for this. And I went and got the roses, and I came back and gave them to you, and I had that talk with you, telling you it's just a young woman's body's changing. And that's what that was. So that's what I would say to most of you men. Don't worry about it, man. Y'all go through. We just making a quick video. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Enjoy yourself.
Have a good one.
Yeah,
oh, thank you.
absolutely.
That's a dope jacket.
thank you.
Cool. Y'all have a good one.
You do the same, brother.
Great. Yeah. So when I did the same thing with you, when you had your menstrual, I went and bought you roses and.
The fruit roll-ups.
Joker wanted candy. She wanted candy. So I bought her the fruit roll-ups because that's what she asked for. And I bought her some roses. So dads, when your daughters have a menstrual, have a nice healthy conversation with them and talk to them. Buy them roses. But don't count yourself out as if only she could talk to her mother. No, this is your daughter. Show her lots of love and respect and explain to her what she's going through and how you as her father going to always be in her life. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
Those things are very important.
We didn't talk about the basketball.
Okay, and now here's another thing. For example, I remember she's in the 3rd grade. Typical things what fathers do. We don't have the same expectation and enthusiasm, right? I remember when she was in the 3rd grade, you know, I just was always, her whole time growing up, I'll spend time with my daughter, and yeah, I got a daughter, and that's my girl, you know. It wasn't the same, I'm being honest.
The energy was so whack.
Yeah, but I spent a lot of time with her, but I didn't have it like as if I had a boy. But anyway, I remember you was in the 3rd grade, and mommy had gave me a phone call. And when she said, look, baby, when you get off work, don't come to the house because we ain't going to be at the house. Come to the rec center. And I was like, rec center? Whatever. So sure enough, when I got off work, I went over to the rec center, and mommy had you on the basketball team.
Yeah, I remember the PO.
Yeah, and I came there, I was highly upset with my wife because I said, hey, why would you put her on the basketball?
Oh my gosh, I didn't know what I was doing on that.
I was like, she don't know how to play no basketball. What the heck? You just gonna put her on the team. You don't even talk to me. I was upset for the simple fact. I was like, yo, why you do that?
But you gotta remember, if she didn't push me to do that, you wouldn't have had me in sports.
And that's why I love mommy for that. She pushed
And I
me.
wouldn't have been elite.
That's why it's great having 2 parents. And she pushed me to something I would have never did. And she had you on that team, and I sat in those bleachers, and I was so upset with mommy because I was looking at you playing, and all you was really doing is running back and forth. And I said, yo, look at our daughter. She look useless out there. She don't even know what she's doing. It's like she looked.
Well, you did have us in gymnastics, though.
Yeah, and you took us out
Girl,
that. I really like that.
Typical girly things. I
Right,
like
gymnastics.
But the basketball thing was very important. That was cool too.
And then the basketball thing led to softball,
Yeah.
and then volleyball, and then track, and then
But look how
running,
everything
sports.
domino effect. So that day I was so upset watching you go up and down. I said, man, hey, you did like some of these typical parents. You just gonna put our daughter on the team. You don't consult with me first. Our daughter out there looking like a fool because you expect the coach to do everything. And every real parent out there, involved parent, they know most kids that does well is kids that have parents that's involved. And that's why I was really upset with mommy. But after the game, I had the serious talk with you, and I said, do you really want to play basketball? And you was like, yeah. And I was like, do you just want to play because your friends here or you really want to play? And you really said you wanted to play. And then I said, okay, I'll tell you what, finish the season out and I'll work with you as best I could. But if you serious, I guarantee you, I'll make you the best basketball player in your town on any team you be. I guarantee you that. But if you're serious, and you say you were serious, so I had told her finish the season, and I said, but next year you're not gonna play. Instead, we're gonna do practice.
I was like, Allen Iverson that interview. I was like, practice? What you mean practice? Like no games? I couldn't play? Practice.
Talk about practice.
Practice. Practice.
Exactly. And then in the her fourth grade year, she played no ball.
Practice. No games.
Practice. That's all we did. That whole year, because her third grade, she looked like a fool. And then her fourth grade, we was like, no.
But you also made it your job to do it with Jada after that.
Her too.
So
and
you
that
just
whole
helped
fourth
her.
grade year, she didn't play. We just practiced, because I promised her. And everything I promised, you see it come to fruition. And that whole fourth grade year, we practiced. And then her fifth grade year, it was just the opposite of her third grade year. Her third grade year, when they would pick teams,
You gotta remember, nobody picked me.
nobody would never pick because she
Nobody.
was sorry.
No. I'm talking
She
about
was
with,
sorry.
I'm talking about with all the practice. They still thought I was trash.
They thought she was
so
trash.
they never
But-
picked. They
but
didn't
then-
pick me.
But that's what happened. Fourth grade year, we just practiced like crazy. Fifth grade year came when they picked the teams. She was the last to get picked. But what they didn't know, she was ready now because her father put the time into her.
Yes.
And I remember they didn't pick you. You finally got picked at the end, the last one to get picked. The game started. You came down that court. They threw you in that corner. It's 3-pointer. And we ain't making up none of it. It really went down like that. Shot the three, all net. Went back down, came in the same exact corner because I showed you how to shoot that 180
that
shot.
was my first shot.
Yeah, came right back in the same corner, all net. Came down a third time at the top of the key, all net. And at that time, that's when the coach said, "Who the hell got that girl? Stick her! Who got her?" But see, that was my time putting into you because I had promised you. See, this is the time that most men put into their sons. And I was putting that time into y'all. And then every Saturday, early Saturday, Sunday, we got up, we did the same thing with you. And you had relatively the same experience. It's like you was the best on your team. And then, like you said, it led to softball, it led to volleyball. And I was always coming home looking forward to building my daughters. But it never stopped with the books too. It was always, we're gonna learn these sports, but you gotta read these books, we gotta get up with, build up your physical and your mental.
Cradle to grave.
Cradle to the grave learning. So another one of our videos, never stop learning. But yeah, that's my point to all you fathers out there. If you got girls, of course you love your girls, but you need to have that same enthusiasm that you would as if you would have had a boy. Because some girls could grow up to be full of greatness, but you gotta motivate them. Yes. So in closing, what I would say is what I said earlier. When your young daughters get on their menstrual, dad, don't count yourself out of their life. Put yourself strategically in their life even more. You know, with saying they on their period, I'm gonna go buy them a dozen roses and I'm gonna explain to them, you got bottles of candy with that, that's cool. But place yourself strategically in their lives and it'd be great for them. What would you say in closing?
In closing, I would just say make your daughters feel like they're special and you're just not there to protect them, but you're there to encourage them.
Like they only
You're
can
there
do
to
girly
actually
things.
love them, like they're your child too, even though they're not a boy. And of course, most men want boys, but your daughter needs you just as much as your son needs you also.
Girls could be tough too, right? With all sports, karate and everything, or like Bruce Lee, you killed my teacher! Why? What would you say in closing?
I would just say, like, copying what Jada would say, it's very important to have a father, and especially a daughter's life. You the GOAT, I would say.
Greatest of all time.
Make sure your
Practice.
daughter feels. You gotta always
talking about practice?
Always make sure you put your daughter first for everything. Make her feel like a princess all the time.
Yes. And on that note, peace. Bang, 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 bang. Boom!